that the Lord has blessed us and teach our people and teach one another. I always learn something, brothers, man. Whatever history that we go into, I'm always, learning. So all praise to the Most High. If these causes not in vain, you know what I'm saying? So all praises. So yeah, we're going to the pseudepigrapha and why these different books didn't make it to the Deuterocanonical scriptures, right? And let me get the definition real quick, and what brothers know what it's going into. So yeah, pseudepigrapha, it means. One second.
Bye, baby.
Get the right one. It says.
Make sure you keep this. This is the only thing we got left.
It's mine.
Oh, where's ours?
Okay, here it goes. It said the term pseudepigrapha, Greek, and in Greek it means falsely attributed. Tribute was given to Jewish writings of the same period, which were attributed to authors who did not actually write them. This was widespread in Greco-Roman antiquity and Jewish, Christian, and pagan circles alike. Books were attributed to pagan authors and names drawn from the repertoire of biblical personalities such as Adam, Noah, Enoch, Abraham, Moses, Elijah, Ezekiel, Baruch, and Jeremiah. The pseudepigrapha resemble the apocrypha in general characters, yet were not included in the Bible apocrypha. Right, so that's a little rundown on pseudepigrapha. Right, it just basically means falsely attributed. All right, so it's just basically it didn't make the cut. All right, these different books, there's a reason why they didn't make the cut, but yet our people still dive into these different things. Right, just one example. I mean, this brothers in the truth that's diving into the book of Jasper. Right, yeah, it's mentioned throughout the scriptures, but we don't have that. We don't have the manuscripts, and if it is, just like the book of Enoch, it's only fragments. Right, when I was going into the book of Enoch, it's only fragments from the Dead Sea Scrolls. So it's impossible to have goddamn 3 books of Enoch. Right, I don't care if it's in the Ethiopian Bible. It don't matter because they literally only found 4 fragments of the book of Enoch. So to have all these different books and chapters and verses trying to explain and trying to really dive into the history, but it can't be true because I'm gonna bring that linked up as well. But that's just one key thing about the book of Enoch. It got 37. I think it got 37 chapters. How the hell you get that out of 4 fragments?
Hey, Salaki, can I say something now?
Yeah, come.
During the time of Enoch, when he was around, wasn't anything written. They did oral tradition, but the things that was said, it was things that was told, that was passed down. You know what I'm saying? Through oral tradition, nothing was written. So they always try to go to that Jude, I think Jude 4, or I think it's Jude 14, when they was talking about what Esau prophesied. I said what Enoch prophesied. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They try to say that because it was written in Jude. No, during that time they was quoting what he said. No, it wasn't written. I digress with that though.
No, that's a good point. You're definitely right, because that's how we had the oral law and everything. It wasn't, so like the brother said, it wasn't written. So yeah, the time of Enoch, that was way before Abraham. It's madness. So Shalom, King. Praise the King, Shalom. So yeah, the book of that's one book, and then I'll read this list of all these different books that they put up. It says Apocalypse of Abraham, It said books of Adam and Eve, Apocalypse of Adam, Sinric, Apocalypse of Baruch, Book of Enoch. Of course, it says the Book of the Secrets of Enoch. It said the fourth book of Ezra, Book of Giants, and then we know Jubilee. They said it's more. It's that fourth book of Maccabees, the Assumption of Moses, Testament of Solomon, and it's a testament of the 12 patriarchs. So, like, they got hella books out here, man. And the Lord said, beware. Enoch or Jasher, because brothers cutting them wrong, right? They ain't using it to edify, right? You can't edify with those books. If a brother trying to edify with them books, and if it's not going into contradicting it, then yeah, you kind of going off, brother. So you want to make sure you divide the word. Let me get that real quick. I ain't gonna be long. I just want to bring it out. Cause like I said, I might have to make another Zoom link because I don't have the unlimited today. I was on a council call, so I kind of got jammed up with that. But
can I say another thing right quick? Kind of like doing something, but I was hearing it. That book of Jasher, man, that's off. It's saying that it was. I read it just to look into it, just to see what it was about, because I had downloaded this before I got fully understanding and it's true. You know what I'm saying? When I first started learning about it, I had downloaded a Bible on my phone. You know what I'm saying? And it had the book of Jubilees, Enoch, and Jasher. So I was looking in the book of Jasher, man. And in the book of Jasher, man, it said that it was like, I think they said it was like 3 men that had the body, that had the head of a bear and the body of a man riding on asses.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what the hell? What the hell? And then there was another thing that said that it was that when Moses parted the Red Sea, he parted it in 12 places. So each tribe went through each part of the sea. I'm like, that's off.
That's mad. That is madness. And that was a cut that I always kept in my mind too about the book of Joshua, man. Like, what the hell? Like, even in the law, it tells like you can't intertwine different seeds and animals and stuff like that. But yeah, in the book of Jasher, it'll tell you like some damn bear body, damn horse, damn legs, and a damn man. His head was a damn man. Like it was so off, man. So like
it was Bali.
Yeah, that's the major cut in Jasher. It's like once you read that, it's a rap. Like, and if it's not a rap, you believe in that shit. Yeah, you kind of reprobate. You kind of bugged out.
Yeah, they be taking the book of Narnia for doctrine.
Yeah, that's what the hell. Yeah, that's crazy.
Salakia. And they also a lot of those ideas and those concepts came from alchemy also.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But so yeah, and another cut too. In the book of many cuts, but in the book of Enoch, it tell you like the damn giants was like 3,000 cubits. They 3,000 cubits, and they laid with a 5 foot, 6 foot woman. Like you literally can't make this. You can't make it up. It's like, what the hell? Like, yeah, like the brother said, just winging it, like just saying anything. Like, but a bugged out person that's on, that's on Christianity. That's damn near worse than crack. But that's on Christianity. That's into all these different conspiracy theories, and so deep in that, they'll believe that type of stuff, man. And even the book of Enoch, you got many books of Enoch, and they got authors. Like, how the hell this book got many authors? I mean, one book It's by a man named what's his name? Dr. J. Winter. It's another Enoch book by another man. So like that right there is as along with the other points and stuff like that. Just there's no way that you can believe in this book.
Like, I got a point too. And Enoch was before the flood, and everything in the flood was destroyed. So how would you have a book now if everything was destroyed in the flood and that no one had up? Just to throw that in there.
That's a mighty point too. So that how do you still got the book of Enoch and everything was wiped away? So you mean tell me just that book that was left? You know what I'm saying? That was the only thing that was left, the book of Enoch.
Yeah, how paper endured the whole world underwater. Add up.
It don't add up at all. But yeah, so this is the book of Enoch. It says it's a collection of texts composed between about the 350 BC and the turn of the era, and it's the earliest instinct example of apocalyptic blend of Israelites, prophetic, and wisdom theology best known from the book of Daniel, and is witnessed the verity of within Israelite religion in the Greco period, which is like a Greco-Roman period. So I got the little thing. Let me see real quick. This little article I found on biblicalarchaeology.org, and it's showing you like the 4 fragments of the book of Enoch. So
4 fragments.
Yeah, it was only 4 fragments that they got. Like 4 fragments of the paper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait. So they got 4. So it's one piece of paper, but they only got 4. It's been ripped into 4 pieces apparently.
Yeah, let me show you real quick.
That don't even make any sense.
Yeah, and they got like 35 chapters of the book of Enoch, but they tell you straight up in your face they only found 4 fragments.
That's crazy that you would say that they only had 4 fragments and they literally got 3 books. You got 3 books of Enoch, man. I'm telling you, man, because like right now that you were reading off the several books, I bought that 54 book Apocrypha, and I was going through several of them, and I was like, bro, it's off. It's got too many things that are. Look at that, 4 fragments, bro. They got 3 books. That's crazy.
Yeah, Esau tell you straight in your face, man.
I went into them, man, and I was reading them and to see what the other brothers were talking about, and I read them. You will never get me to be like, hey, I'm gonna go to this book and bring out all these precepts as a teaching tool. No, man. You know, just stick to the 8 books.
And when I found out that book actually had an author, and I tried telling my mom, because for some reason she believes in those books, and I keep telling her you're going to get bugged out. But when I saw who the author was, I was like, look at that. Look at that.
Crazy. So, let me read this little. You got it, King.
Yeah, Khan, in the book of Jasher, it speaks of Esau, and it says that Esau murdered what's the guy from
Nimrod.
Yeah, Nimrod. Yeah.
Nimrod.
Like he went into a time machine, killed Nimrod, went back, and had enough time to take the bowl of soup out of Jacob's hand to get the heritage or give up the heritage.
What?
That's basic.
Nimrod was, man, hundreds of years way before Esau. Probably 1,000. Yeah.
Man, how can people believe that shit?
Damn.
Yeah, they say he killed Nimrod. That was hilarious when I seen that. That's crazy. But I'm gonna read this little last thing, and then brothers got it. It says, it's the same thing I was about the book of Enoch. It says, Harum Cave 4 yielded fragments of 11 Americ manuscripts of parts of one Enoch that covered perhaps 1/5 of the it's like Ethiopian text, as well as 9 Americ manuscripts of the Book of the Giants, a text not included in one Enoch. So yeah, they just it's madness. It's a whole little article I can put in the chat if brothers want to read it. I ain't gonna read this whole thing, but some biblicalarchaeology.org just goes into the history of the fragments of what they got and stuff like that. But yeah, I got one precept real quick. This is the book of classic 2 Timothy 3 and verse 15. It says it's 2 and 15. It says, study to shew thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Right? And that's why, we have these calls, because we got to rightly divide the word of truth. That way our people can get out of these different books, right? Get out of these man-made religions, Christianity, Islam. You know what I'm saying? You got all these new religions, man, that our forefathers and our foremothers, man, they'll be plucking their damn hair out if they heard about this stuff that our people just dive into. That's like just our people always want to be like the other nations. Even when Moses came down or went up to the mount, and our people, that's Exodus, I think 35 or 32, when they had enticed Aaron to build them calves. Like, our people always wanted to be like these other nations. Like, you can't even imagine how Aaron really felt, though. Like, you got thousands of people goddamn trying to hem you up, damn trying to make you down, you know what I'm saying, build make these damn idols. Right, this is the book of Exodus 31 and verse, I think 135. So this was it's the book of Exodus 32 in verse I'm gonna start at verse 19. Said, and it came to pass as soon as he came nigh to the camp that he saw the calf in the dancing, and Moses' anger waxed hot, and he cast the table out of his hands and brake them beneath the mount. Right, and he said he took the calf which they had made and burnt it in the fire, and ground it to powder and strawed it upon the water, and made the children of Israel drink of it. So Moses was pissed off, man. I mean, he grind that stuff to powder and then made the children of Israel drink it. Like, that's how off we was, how we was doing. They said we was dancing, you know what I'm saying? Jake and Eve, they get that little yan in and that strong drink. They started dancing probably around the damn calves and shaking, you know what I'm saying? Our people, they probably jigging, damn, shaking ass, all kinds of madness. And man, Moses must seen that, man. He broke the damn tablet, made their ass drink it, man, because that was our people that even as soon as we left Egypt, the Lord told us, learn not, of course, Jeremiah 10, verse 2, learn not the ways of the heathen. But even in the law, like most of them things like Leviticus 19, like them laws, like it's going into us not being like the Egyptians, like all their customs. Of course, like the other nations, but this is Leviticus 19 and verse, let me see. Might not want that. Might be thinking about 7.
You can go for 18 I think.
18. So yeah, Khan, yeah. Leviticus 18 and verse 2, it says, speaking to the children of Israel, said to them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein you dwelt, shall you not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall you not do, neither shall you walk in their ordinance. Like, that's, the Lord gave us commandments not to be like these heathens, but yeah, we weren't even gone long enough, and we wanted to make the golden calves, bow down to it, worship it. Right after all the miracles that the Lord did for us, and our forefathers and our foremothers actually seeing it, you got a chariot. It's crazy, but the Lord will blind you. But Con Brothers got it.
I want to bring out something. This is World History and Encyclopedia, and that's a site brothers can go to. Check out some information. This is Apocrypha and Pseudepigrapha.
Pseudepigrapha.
The water. Pigrapha. This is by Rebecca DeNova, published April 8, 2022. In the 2nd century CE, as Christianity was in the process of becoming an independent religion, a body of literature emerged that scholars classify as Apocrypha and Pseudepigrapha. Pigrapha. Pseudepigrapha. Apocrypha Greek, to hide away. Are those books considered outside the canon, meaning that they were not included when the New Testament became official after Constantine's conversion to Christianity? Pseudepigrapha, false writings, were bluntly forgeries. They were written or pretended to be written in the name of a past famous person to provide credibility. Jews utilized this literary device in their apocalyptic texts that pretend to be written by Enoch, Moses, and Abraham because they were in heaven. They were sources of both traditional and hidden secrets. Christian religious expressions encompass ecstatic behaviors such as speaking in tongues, madness, spirit possession, resulting in prophecy, and developed rules and regulations on uses of the body. Christians' behavior was framed with the concept of celibacy, no marriage contracts, and chastity, no sexual intercourse as ideal behaviors. Charis gifts were understood as gifts from the Spirit of God. Scholars describe this literature as a particular point of view known as charismatic Christianity. In these stories, the concept of charismatic gifts provided the background for the performance of miracles, healings, and conversions. All of the Christian characters remain chaste and celibate. So she did some deep study, and then and basically went and exposed stuff that was correct, and then upon us seeing that the spirit possession and speaking up in tongues, that these here people were committing acts and up in these wicked temples, and that these things would not really happen. And then a concept of these men of the scriptures, concept of celibacy and no marriage and no sexual intercourse is madness.
Hey, real quick, Shlaki, I'm about to send a new link because the link that we got about to expire, but the one I'm about to send it don't got no cap on it. So, brothers, and I made you host, Get a Lie. I'm about to send a link again to y'all. I'll be right back.
Con.
before this one go, I just wanted to bring out the etymology on that word. Pseudepigrapha. So this word pseudepigrapha in the etymology online, it said books or writings of false authorship. It said especially of spurious writing professing to be biblical in character and inspired in authorship, from modern Latin use of Greek neuter plural of pseudepigraphos, it means with false title, from pseudos meaning a lie, and pigrapha, a writing. You know what I'm saying? A false title, a lie, a writing. That's what a pseudepigrapha means.
Come. And that makes sense.
Yeah, brother just sent the other link in the chat. So brothers could just I'm gonna end this one, so brothers could just hop on that click on that other one. Willing. Yeah, it's in the chat, the historian chat. So just click on that one. Shalom. It means, this in the etymology of the word pseudepigrapha. I'm gonna read it one more time. It says books or writings of false authorship. It says especially spurious writing professing to be biblical in character and inspired in authorship, from modern Latin use of Greek neuter plural of pseudepigraphos, meaning with false title, from pseudos, meaning a lie, and epigrapha, meaning a writing. So basically, with that word, a pseudepigrapha is going into, it means with false title, a lie, a writing. That's what that means. False writings. That's what that word in the etymology of pseudepigrapha is going into.
Real quick, if I may. I was reading that book out of the 54 book of Apocrypha. I was reading the Revelation of Peter, and I looked it up. Why did it make it in? And immediately it said that it was because it did not provide. You know how most people grab the Bible and they look at it like it's a worldly doctrine. Well, the Revelation of Peter immediately goes into who is the olive tree, the branches. And you know how Paul in Romans 11 is telling you Romans 11, a lot of people think that it's the wild olive tree is talking about other people. And as I was reading that Revelation of Peter, it immediately goes to, it's all about Israel. It's like, don't you understand that it's about the Israel? And I was reading that and I was like, hey bro, like we already knew this. We didn't even have to have this, but it was interesting to me why they wouldn't put that book in there. But like a lot of the books in the 54 book Apocrypha, man, they're off. I was reading that book of Clement, and immediately I started to see how they wanted to put the Trinity in there. I said, man, this dude is off. Like, ain't no way anybody's teaching this. And I was going through YouTube looking at some of the camp videos, and I saw that Clement was one of the first popes in Rome. I was like, ain't no way that man. I said, Yasharallah does not have popes. ain't no way this is a book that Yasharala wrote. So I immediately started telling brothers that that I associate myself with on TikTok and other platforms. I was like, man, like those books are off, man. I was like, I'm not gonna tell you to stop reading them, but at a certain point, something's gotta kick in and be like, this is off. This cannot be real. And then, so that's why I tell brothers, like, stick with the 80 books. Like everything you need is right there. Like we don't need to go anywhere else but here. But yeah.
I got to tell about chapter minute to so falsely called.
I will say too, real quick, like, usually, believing in these books, like what we brought out earlier, like we use those books to cut whoever believe in those books, like the foundations, the scriptures. But we use them books to show the contradiction and why our people shouldn't be reading those. So to know, what I'm saying, is this going to be definitely beneficial when you're on the highways and hedges. You'll be able to be talking about. I know what to talk about. I know what point in there to cut that or be not. Well, I know whatever. You know what I'm saying? That only have 4 fragments, so you don't know. Make sure you're on top of what, just knowing what's going on in those. That way you can cut them up in the scriptures.
Hey, can I say something to what it was to the point that that mighty point that the brother Makwas had pointed out, the fact that nothing was written down, everything was destroyed during the flood. You know what I'm saying? Everything would be no way. There's no logical way. There's no way scientifically logical to say that there was something written out, right? You know what I'm saying? Because everything was during the flood. During that time, during the time of antiquity, nothing was written down. Like, even from Adam. You know, even from Adam, the Most High God was giving him the word straight from his mouth. He was telling him what to do. You know what I'm saying? He didn't write nothing down to Adam, and Adam looked into the book and flipped the page. It's the book of Adam, and because this is my book and it's about. He ain't do that. He ain't give his rib breakdown and say read 3 chapters a day. Nothing was written down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get to there's a lot of the times that people that read the book of Enoch and read these other books they will go to in the scriptures, right? And without having no understanding of, you know what I'm saying, of history, you know what I'm saying, of chronology, you know what I'm saying, nothing. They don't have no understanding. So they'll try to justify themselves in their doctrine by going to the book of Jude, right? And this is verse 14. And it said, and Enoch also the 7th from Adam prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints to execute judgment upon all and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Now, right, if anything, right, if it was a book of Enoch, right, Enoch would have said, if anything was written down before the flood, Enoch would have said in this thing, as it is written, right? He would have said, he went into it and said, as it is written. You know what I'm saying? This is how things was had. It was a thing called oral tradition during that time in Enoch. Nothing was written down. Let me get this point right. Let me prove that point. Because if it was a book of Enoch, it would have said as it is written in Enoch. It didn't say as it was written. It said Enoch prophesied. And he said, and he was saying, all of these things. He didn't write anything down. Let me prove that right quick. This is a book of still my kids in the back. It's dinner time. This is the book of Malachi, right? Chapter 1, verse 2. It said, I have loved you, saying Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I love Esau. Right? So this is what Malachi, this is the last of the prophets in Malachi, right? And Malachi said this, right? I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? And it said the Lord, yet I love Jacob. Verse 3, it said, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountainous heritage to waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Now, this was written long before, right, the New Testament. This is written before the New Testament. So let me go in the book of Romans, chapter 9, right, and verse 13, see what Paul said, right? Because Paul, in the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 13, he said, as it is written, right? It was written before, right? Malachi, he said, as it is written, Jacob had loved, but he have hated. Why did say, why didn't they prophesy? He said, as it is written, where those book of Enoch or any of these other books, right? What does say in these books as it's written in the books before, which is as it's written. It's so perfect. They had their lies. They made up. Like that time it's out. You know, the time the 10 Emperor Constantine and things like that. When they got these books, it was a wicked counsel that they did. They did that. So basically, you know, to justify themselves, or to many books that they're about to lie, believe by using the fame of the people in the scriptures, right? Because none of them nowhere you know, if the scripture, but there's no book of Jasher to be found, right? You know what I'm saying? There's no book of Enoch, right? And there is no feast. Third, fourth, and man. It's just, I just wanted to bring that out, you know what I'm saying? Because it was if it was written in the book of Enoch, it would have said as it was written. It wouldn't say Enoch prophesied saying, it would have said as it is written. Just like Paul said, he quoted Malachi when he said Esau, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. He quoted Malachi, and he said as it is written. He didn't say, oh, this is my words. Just want to that out. Got on that in the garbage. This is about the Giants and the book the background of these anti Giants who rebelled and who rebelled against in forbidden by so as rebelled. Psalm 122. Let me read that. It says Psalms 103 and 20. It says, bless the Lord. I mean, Salaki 103 and 20. Bless the Lord and his angels that excel in his commandments and hearts of his Lord. The voice of his word. Bless the Lord, all his hosts, he ministers of his angels. So, right there, the angels do. So I'm reading it. I said, the Son of God are holy when we rebel against heaven and forbidden creation. They commit with the daughters of men. And they're getting this one through in Genesis 6. It's Genesis 6 on down. But the sons of God went with the daughters of men. They're talking about the giants. Yeah, but those giants, and those giant people don't understand that. That's what we're talking about, like men of value. You know what I'm saying? Mighty men, like, the giant. Donald Trump is a giant. Jay-Z is talking about men of like, yeah, I'm statue. Here it says, that loves the daughters of men. But when you read Matthew, says, foreign resurrection in their marriage, nor are given in marriage, but are heaven. Angels don't have body parts, don't have sex with him. Even have body parts, you have sex with him. It says that these fallen angels cannot have sex with women. And then my husband right here said, you're going to more corrupt. The giant very corrupt. The cherubs, and but the other